Hey everyone, we'll be showing you how to use Inpaint in Mathematica. This is a really cool feature that retouches parts of images and videos and reconstructs lost or broken images. This can be good for the conservation of old documents and can be an alternative to Photoshop. Within Inpaint, there are 5 settings: diffusion, total variation, fast marching, Navier-Stokes, and today we'll be showing you how to do texture synthesis, as it is best fit for random sampling. So we have our image where we're trying to get this rocket ship out of the galaxy. But first we have to get our image dimensions. So now we're going to make our mask for our picture. We're going to use delete small components. That allows us to delete the smaller stars that are white and leave us with the 2 large white components, the galaxy and the rocket ship. Then we're going to binarize it, which allows us to make the picture black and white. And since we're just trying to get rid of the rocket ship, we're going to export this picture so we can cover up the circular galaxy component. So with whatever photo editor you have, here we're using Preview. We covered up the circular galaxy component with a black square and then a white square over the rocket ship to make sure that Mathematica knew what to get rid of. So now we're going to execute the code to get rid of the spaceship. Our method is TextureSynthesis. We will have our neighbor count at 10. Which is pretty low because this has a low number of pixels that are in a repeated pattern. In addition, we will use max samples at 1000. This is pretty high, meaning 1000 chunks at random places of our original image will be used to form the pattern of space in the void of where the spaceship was.
From here, we want to expand the image. Mathematica does this by sampling the image, like before, and using the patterns it finds to expand that image to the specified size. For this, we make new im, using image crop to double the size of the original picture, and add padding to that space with white. We're going to make a new mask with black where the original image was, so it'll expand into the white padding again. So we use the constant image function for this. We make a black rectangle the size of the original image and crop it the same way. And just in case that you guys aren't following completely, we put a grid that'll show the 2 images side by side. So to make the new image expanded that we want, we're going to call it extra, and we're going to use the same Inpaint method, being texture synthesis. We put the neighbor count down to 5 because there's a lot of smaller patterns in this, like all the little stars, so we don't need to look at all the pixels that we were going to. So keeping max samples at 1000 just to get enough iterations, we get this image.
Now we create image new extra. Using image extra and an inverse of the mask, we apply the texture synthesis function. The inverse mask is rendered using the color negate function, which gives the negatives of a color. This creates a mask in which the center is white and the border is black, allowing that only the center of the image will be affected. This results in a completely new image with no features of the original one. We make neighbor count 10 and keep max samples at 1000. Here we start with an image of a fish that we call image, in which we will be removing the fish from the background. We create the mask starting with image foresting to segment the fish from the rest of the picture. Image foresting works by returning an integer matrix in which each pixel is represented by positive integers. This function is very good at segmenting images in which there is high contrast between the segments to be separated, like in this picture. The dilation increases the segmentation by a factor of 40 to make sure that every part of the fish is segmented. Using select components on the integer matrix with a prop of shape so it can identify between the background and the fish and returns it in black and white. The final argument of -1 selects the largest component, the background. Then the image function returns the integer matrix into an image. Lastly, we use texture synthesis with the mask and the original image. Then the fish is replaced by the water in the background.